Hello! Today I will tell you about the geohistory of Japan. Japan, land of the rising sun, is a country that occupies a chain of islands in East Asia, in the North Pacific Ocean, roughly parallel with the eastern coast of Asian mainlands. The country shares maritime borders with China, North Korea, South Korea, the Philippines, Russia and Taiwan. Japan is spread over 6,000 islands and has a surface area of 377,915 square kilometers, making it slightly larger than Germany or somewhat smaller than the US state of California. After its devastating defeat in the Second World War, Japan recovered to become the third most powerful economy in the world, by nominal GDP and the exchange ally of the US. Japan is among the world's most literate and technically advanced nations. Some key dates in Japan's history. 1853. US forces Japan to open up a foreign influence after over 200 years of self-imposed isolations. The American Perry expedition in 1853 to 1854 more completely ended Japan's seclusions. 1868. Empire of Japan proclaimed, and country enters period of rapid industrialization and empire expansions. The new national leadership of the following Meiji period transformed to the isolated feudal islands country into empires that closely followed Western models and became a great power. 1910. Japan annexed Korea, becoming one of the world's leading powers. In 1902, Japan signed an important military alliance with the British. Japan next clashed with Russia, which was expanding its power in Asia. The Russo-Japanese War of 1904 to 1905 ended with the dramatic Battle of Tsushima, which was another victory for Japan's military. Japan thus laid claim to Korea as a protectorate in 1905, followed by full annexation in 1910. 1914. Japan's participation in the First World War on the side of the Allies sparked unprecedented economic growth, and Air Japan new colonies in the South Pacific seized from Germany. After the war, Japan signed the Treaty of Versailles and enjoyed good international relationship through its membership in the League of Nations and participation in international disarmament conferences. 1925. Universal male suffrage is instituted. During the short reign of Emperor Taisho, Japan developed stronger democratic institutions and grew in international power. The Taisho political crisis opened the period with mass protests and riots, organized by Japanese political parties, which success is forcing Katsura Taro to resign as a prime minister. The Seokai and Misaito parties came to dominate politics by the end of the so-called Taisho democracy era. The franchise for the House of Representatives had been gradually expanded since 1890, and 1925 universal male suffrage was introduced. 1930. The Chinese province of the Manchu, Shanghai, Beijing and Nanjing, among active cities such as the Rape of Nanjing. Also, democracy developed and modern civilian culture prospered during the Taisho period, 1912 to 1926. Japan's powerful military had great autonomy and overloaded Japan's civilian leaders in the 1920s and 1930s. The military Japanese invasion involved Manchuria in 1931, and from 1937 the conflict escalated into a prolonged war with China. 1939 to 1945, Second World War sees Japan occupying several Asian countries. It is defeated when US drops atomic bombs on the Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941 led to war with the United States and its allies. Japan's forces soon became overextended, but the military held out in spite of Allied attack that inflicted severe damage on population centers. Emperor Hirohito announced Japan's unconditional surrender on August 15, 1945, following the atomic bombing on Hiroshima and Nagasaki and the Soviet invasion of the Manchuria. 1945, US occupation of the Warsaw country, post-war recovery and political reform. Economy recovers, eventually flourishes. The Allies occupied Japan until 1952, during which a new constitution was enacted in 1947 that transformed Japan into a constitutional monarchy. After 1955, Japan enjoyed very high economic growth under the government of the Liberal Democratic Party and became a world economic powerhouse. Since the last decade of the 1990s, economic growth has slowed. Key facts: official name Japan, local name Nihon, Nippon, local formal name Nihon Koku, capital city Tokyo, population 126.4 million people, area 377,864 square kilometers, spoken languages Japanese, currency yen, ISO country code GP, local time +9 hours, country calendar code +H1. Bye! Be sure to subscribe to our channel and press the bell. My next video will be about the history of Philippines.